This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
What a great game. Thought Hunter Holland was amazing pitching to that lineup on the road. Wind blowing out about 15 miles an hour pretty consistently. And we had a full house for 12 o'clock game on a Friday, you know, kind of a late arriving crowd. They showed up in about second. It was full. You know, he kept us in the game. You know, Skeens was everything as advertised. I've never seen a better arm. I mean, at this level, it's unbelievable. But Hagin came in and kind of put out the fire there and got us through an inning or two. And I mean, you saw what happened. We finally broke loose, got a couple big hits, and you know, Reese Robinette came in and I mean, couldn't ask for anything more. You got a freshman pinch hitting on the road. LSU, and first time he swung the bat, he hit a 400-foot opposite field for give us 3-run lead. And I'm just glad we kept tacking on runs because I felt like we needed to keep scoring. I've been a part of a lot of games down here, and no lead is safe.
Andrew Ellis.
Yeah, Coach. A lot of tension, obviously, on Skeens and, you know, him coming into this game. But Hunter Holland leaves with the lead after getting you into the 6th inning. Just overall, how would you recap his performance? And did he have anything put up a fight when you came to take him out of the game?
So, first off, on his performance, I mean, he struck out, I think, 7, walked like 1. I think he hit a batter, pitched out maybe 1 jam. You know, he was up to like 87 pitches, and you know, they were getting ready to see him for like the 3rd time. And, you know, when you know, the top of the order, Cruz and White and some of those guys with big power, I just felt like, you know, I needed to get him. And, you know, when I come out, that means they're coming out of the game. So he didn't fight me. You know, he started walking down the mound to give me and was going to give me the ball. Obviously, he would have liked to have stayed in the game, but he wasn't, you know, arguing with me or anything. And I told him, I said, hey, stay up here for a minute. I want to talk to you. And I just told him that he did a great job. And, you know, this is how we had planned it out. And he was in the upper 80s in pitches, and, you know, let Hagin take it from here. But he had a great outing.
Obviously, going to Robinette worked out pretty well for you. I was just wondering, was that a matchup thing, or was he just the first bat you wanted to have in that situation? Did you know that going in, and just talk through the decision there?
Yeah, he was my first left-handed bat I had going. And, you know, I think sometimes, you know, they kind of show you what you need to do a little bit. There's some hints. And, you know, I played him in the game on Tuesday, and, you know, he hit an opposite field home run. He also got a big base hit to left center with 2 strikes on him. And I just thought, you know, he knows strike zone a little bit, took the first pitch. And anyway, I just felt like it was, you know, he could drive in a run for us. And fortunately, he ran into one and he hit it hard, and the wind took it. He hit it a long way.
Matt.
Hey, Dave, how big did you think the 6th inning was to get Skeens' pitch count up? Because I think going into that inning, he'd only thrown about 49.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he was throwing 10 pitches an inning. It was amazing. Even his misses, he didn't have very many what we call bad misses. I mean, it was just missing by a ball, 2, 3 balls, and missing by 2 feet. And you know, I think we fouled off a lot of pitches. He started throwing some more changeups and things we were laying off. And you know, every pitch he threw probably averaged 99, 100 miles an hour. I know he threw a few on the boards that said 92. So, yeah, that was a huge inning to get his pitch count up. And you start thinking, okay, they're definitely going to have to use another arm in this game.
And then just overall, your pitching to be able to hang with him with as good as he was today. I mean, how happy are you with the way your guys pitched?
Well, I'm ecstatic about it, honestly. I mean, you know, we knew that, you know, once Hagin had kind of entered his 2nd, 3rd inning, he wasn't going to come back tomorrow. And, you know, we really needed to find a way to win that game, you know, because we were using him. And obviously that takes away a big weapon out of our bullpen in a doubleheader. So it was big, you know, I was really pleased, but more pleased that we found a way to win.
Hodge.
Speaking of Hagin, I'm curious what you thought of his stuff, how he did today.
when he first came in, his stuff was really, really good, especially, I mean, his fastball was good and he was locating it, but he had really good off-speed pitch. He was throwing that slider and they were struggling with it. You know, it was starting out about mid-thigh. I think they kind of saw it as a fastball a little bit and they'd swing a thing and run away from him, those lefties. And, you know, a few of the righties were swinging over it. And as he got tired, you know, after they see him a little bit, you know, it started elevating, but his stuff, you know, the first couple innings really good. At the end, he was on fumes, you know, and we had a big lead. We didn't want to bring in another pitcher with what we have ahead of us tomorrow. I mean, we have at least 18 innings tomorrow. So for him to find a way to finish that game, that was big for us.
And y'all were already up 4, but to get the grand slam by Diggs, considering how dangerous LSU's lineup is, how big was that?
It was huge. I mean, I told the team after the game how, you know, one pitch here, one swing there can change the game. It can change the series. It can change how you manage things. And then I brought up, you know, Kendall Diggs, you know, we have 4-run lead, game's not over, and 2 outs, 2 strikes, and he hits the ball in the seats. Also, we got 8-run lead and, you know, gave us a little bit. He gave us a chance to maybe sit somebody down in the bullpen that we're going to use tomorrow.
Daniel.
Coach, have you talked to the guys kind of how they plan to mentally reset or how you've told them to mentally reset, especially after like 2.5 hours of adrenaline pumping stuff for 18 innings?
Yeah, I mean, we talked after the game today. That was a really good win. A lot of good things happened and how we hung in there and we fought and playing in a tough environment. But we, you know, at the same time, we still haven't won the series. And you know, I like the way that after the game, when the game ended, we didn't just go crazy and start celebrating. We know that it's just a game, and you know, we got 26 more conference games, but we got 2 more tomorrow. So, you know, just enjoy it a little bit and learn from it, and try to get ready to play.
Dudley.
Josenberger had the at bat there in the I guess the 4th inning to get a double and get it going. Talk about that at bat. Also, he was on 3 times.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job today. You know, I think the double, it might have been with 2 strikes, might have been on a 0-2 count, but he smoked that ball down the right field line, a fastball. It's like they'd get ahead of him, and then they were trying to bust him in, and he kind of figured that out, and he jumped on that thing. And you know, I think he took a walk. He got another hit into left center there in that last inning and ended up scoring. Yeah, he had a great day.
Matt, you got anything else?
Yeah, a couple more. In the 7th inning, they had 2 on against Hagin, and Parker backpicked Joe Bear at first base. From your perspective, what did you see there, and how big did you feel like that was to the outcome?
It was a huge play, and give credit to the players on that one. They're the ones that they saw that, and you know, we've worked that play and practiced a few times, but you know, we can call it from the bench, but they called it. They have the option to call it, and you know, Brady being a veteran and really, I think Roland, you know, obviously he throws really well from his knees, and he's, you know, backpicked and he made a perfect throw. And you know, you never know what would happen there. We might have struck the guy out 2 pitches later, but he also might have hit a double. So that was a big momentum killer at the time.
And then there was another play where they were out at home plate, I think in the 4th inning, where Morgan got thrown out. Did he get a late break toward home plate, or was that something that your players did?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like he took 2 steps, then he stopped. And then I don't know if he thought the ball was farther away or Roland continuing to roll. I don't know what he saw, but then he just took off again. And it was, you know, a good job by the catcher and the pitcher. First off, you know, Roland didn't just sprint over the ball, turn and panic and throw. He knew he had time, made a perfect throw to Holland, and, you know, he didn't even get to the plate. So big play.
Robert, last one.
Coach, you talked a minute ago about guys getting up in the bullpen and then getting back down. I think we saw Brady Tiger down there this afternoon, but not throwing. I'm curious, do you have an update on his status?
Yeah, he was down there. I think he was coaching, or he was throwing left-handed, but he wasn't coming in the game, that's for sure. But he was down there, you know, just talking to the guys. I mean, we got Cody Frank down there too, kind of helping run that bullpen a little bit. I think they do a good job.
BetOnline remains your number one source for all your college basketball betting this season. Get analysis of every play, prop, and point at BetOnline. You'll find the latest odds, bracket contests, team matchups, and game trends at BetOnline. Updated odds for everything from live games right through the Final Four and the championship game. BetOnline is where your college basketball headquarters are this season. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to sign up and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Be sure to use our promo code BELIEVE to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts.